But Badugi was 0-1 series score, but his one match that he played, he was 1-2. So he's looking for his first series win tonight in the CPL. Rem, our boy Rem, is actually come through for us and the B team. In fact, he's 2-1 in series scores and 4-3 on map scores. So 67% win rate for Rem. I think we're gonna have a TVP showdown here on Circuit Breakers. So
I'm very excited. Yeah, these guys should be pretty evenly matched, I'd imagine.
You ready to go?
Oh, I'm ready to go.
Let's go. Game 1. Oh wait, I got a beer. I was drinking one of those.
You were mentioning like we're not gonna get drunk, and I'm like, I'm literally opening a beer right now. Like,
yeah, alcoholism is like that.
I prefer alcohol enthusiast personally.
Yeah, I'm just an alcohol drinker. So okay, we got Rem on the what a sick ID. Swag on the top turn versus Badugi in the top left on Circuit Breaker. So this map, we have talked a bit about, you know, some of the ways it can be advantageous to Terran. At least this seems to come up in TVZ. If I just go here and do a little show the entire map, we can look at some of these tight ramp structures, which often benefit siege tanks and tank line sort of structures around here. Tight chokes benefits tanks. In addition to defending a mineral third is not that difficult kind of for either race, I guess. We've seen some good macro games on this map in PvT, and I'm looking forward to seeing how these two players go at it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like as a Zerg player, I get disadvantaged because both Protoss and Terran have those slow push mechanics that they can kind of abuse with those double ramps and get into the natural or your third or whatever. But in a PvT, you don't really have so much of that because you've got things like tanks or reavers to kind of offset each other. So it's not quite as big a deal. Like we've been talking, I haven't seen too many TVPs in general, much less TVPs on Circuit Breakers. So yeah, I'm kind of excited to see how they abuse the map in their advantage on both sides.
Yeah, so what's pretty standard, I think, from the Terran side is the one factory expand. But it's definitely a matchup that your scouting will dictate what some of your next steps could be at a time when your build is still flexible. So there's different ways. There are some cheeses. We saw, we've casted a game before where you and I learned about the FD push, this sort of bio tank.
Right, yeah, we learned by
we were
like, oh, this looks really good.
Oh, that was pretty slick. He combined bio and a tank with a couple workers and then set up a bunker turret kind of contain on him. And we learned about that together, which, you know, that's the point of the CPL, right? Yeah, we're all learning. So, yeah, man. Oh, God. So boy Rem in the chat. Ray X Love. Another sick username, Ray Love.
Yeah, Rem is just coming out with all these
it was dank memes. Now it's swag, and it's Ray Love, dude. Man. Rem's actually the dankest member of our B team for sure.
The number one memer on No1CareThat.
Yeah, Chessz is not that cool of a name. So anyway. Marine denying that probe.
Denying that probe.
Yeah, for sure.
He's running away.
He's running away. And I have some text that appeared in the middle of my screen for a second there. It said units waypoint list is full. Did you catch that?
That's cool.
That was weird.
I see it on the stream. I did not have it on my.
I'm not controlling the game. I swear to God. That's like when you have too many shift click commands. You know, it says you can't add too many shift commands. Eventually, it tells you that. But that was weird.
That's interesting.
Maybe I saw that because Rem saw that on his scout. But anyway, we talked about standard for Terran. Standard for Protoss is usually rush to goons, get goon range, and then maybe go from there and try to secure an expo. You know, sometimes the onus is on Terran to defend the goon aggression with a bunker. And he's building a bunker.
What is this casting? What is this analysis?
This high level analysis. Oh my God, we gotta dumb it down a little bit. I think.
A little bit. Yeah, we're talking too much about the game.
This is out of character. That's
enough
crazy.
Jurassic Park references going down over here.
Yeah. So now the Marines are in the bunker. That's kind of like in Shawshank when they climbed into the thing, solitary confinement, you know?
It's exactly like that, yeah.
It's exact. I won't lie to you. I Googled best 90s movies.
That's one of our
to try to figure out
yeah,
movies to meme on. But anyway, it looks like he scoots the barracks back just a little bit, and those Marines are going to repel the goons here for a bit. Now, with 1 or 2, he could start forcing repairs, sort of doing some microing back of the weak goons, microing back forward, and he's expanding behind this. He's got his own nexus going.
Yeah, it looks like Rem's even ready for it because he's even repairing this barracks here with this SCV.
Yep.
You had mentioned to me the other day that the barracks actually extends Marine range when they're in it, even if you haven't finished researching Marine range.
The bunker,
itself.
Correct, exactly.
Or the bunker, yeah.
Double
exactly.
repairing. This is did I not just talk
You
about
actually
this?
just called it immediately.
I said like
yeah, and they're just look, we got 3 more coming down to repair.
Yeah.
3rd Dragoon joining the fray here, and a 3rd SCV joining.
So he needs to keep this up until his first tank comes out. The tank has a longer range here. It's going to start bullying those goons back. In fact, siege mode's almost done, but you don't want to lose that tank either. We saw a lot of Flash versus Snow killing Terrence by like moving forward, picking off tanks, and then moving back. That was Flash versus Snow.
Right. Yeah. There's that siege mode. It's going to scare off those Dragoons. It's a spooky looking tank. Look at that tank.
Yeah.
Oh, he looks so spooky.
It looks like a tank. Looks like a tank to me.
I mean, that seems spooky to me.
Yeah, actually, that's true. That's true. It is. Tanks are a little bit spooky. So then, Protoss kind of wants to move into observers and get some map control. You know, it's just helpful if he has to clear out mines, because obviously factories are coming out, and wouldn't you know, he's researching mines. Oh my God.
And vulture movement.
And
yeah.
the vulture movement. So
Yep.
this is pretty good. I want to say this is a little bit not gas greedy. I think this could be standard for TVP to go with the 2 machine shops, but eventually you can't have that many machine shop factories. Awerdy is following. Hey, thanks, Awerdy. I appreciate that. Thanks for tuning in. Another admin for our league. I appreciate it. Dude, the CPL is just so awesome, man. It's brought me so much joy, and that's what I mean, man. Me and Zoo here casting some games, just trying to bring that joy out to other people. You feel me?
Yeah, we haven't done this in like 8 years, and then the CPL kind of gave us an opportunity to revisit it, and it's been super fucking fun.
For sure. Dude, because we were collegiate Star League teammates, actually, way back.
Dude, way
NSC
back.
too.
There is a throwback. Jesus.
Yeah. If you
That's
want to talk about passion, I threw a bunch of basically college nerd strangers I didn't know into a van and drove to Indianapolis to compete with Michigan State. And while I was there, some grocery cart like swiped the side of my van when I parked it somewhere, and then I returned home. My dad's like, "What happened?" And I was like, I drove it to like I didn't even want to tell him like
we were playing StarCraft.
We were at the StarCraft tournament, and it got real. It was in a rough part of town, I'll tell you.
Some Protoss player that showed up.
Some Protoss, yeah. Dude, check out the supplies, man. 62 to 61.
Wow, yeah.
They're really close. I mean,
both of them low on cash.
Badugi's opting for this 3rd here, which I wonder if that's an investment, you know, kind of in a way that Rem might seek to punish. But we talked about the mineral 3rds and how easy they might be to defend, and I sort of low-key predicted that both players might head this direction as we see an observer get sniped with that turret that's built underneath.
That last missile from that turret finally gets it.
Yeah, that guy in the turret, he's feeling like a hero.
That's right, he's spinning around.
Yeah, he's also very dizzy, but he's a hero.
He's a dizzy hero.
Yep. It kind of seems like both players respecting each other. You know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah, neither one wants to push too hard, too heavy. I would like to see Rem actually push a little bit just to kind of punish this 3rd or take a 3rd of his own. And it looks like those vultures are setting out to do just that.
Yeah, I don't know if what Rem has right now could actually contest the 3rd.
It's hard to say with those tanks. They're kind of
concrete way. It seems like it would be just one bit of a gamble. He doesn't actually have that many factories up producing now, but he's adding more. He's got a 4th one building, a 3rd one's up. No add-on, but you can see Badugi now microing his observer a little bit more intelligently around this turret range here.
That's right, those boys.
But this gives an opportunity for Rem to start moving out with his vultures, and they've got mines and they've got speed. Oh, and they come across some goons in the middle.
A whole bunch of goons.
Goons were there waiting.
Ooh, sniping.
That's basically pretty simple trade for Badugi.
Oh yeah, that's not exactly what you want your vultures to do. Just like running into the enemy units as clumped up as they can be. Ooh, but they're getting a little bit of a run by through the natural up into the main.
Nice. Good catch, Sam.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Getting a few workers here for sure. And those Dragoons are not going to be able to get up there quite fast enough to save most
5
of these
kills on one, 3 on the other right now. Very good trades for Rem right now.
Yeah. Totally making up for the lost vultures earlier.
Yeah. One of those vultures died with some mines still left that he could have put down. But I think very good play by our boy Rem. He's also doing this thing that I found, like, I don't know, maybe I'm just a noob, but in SE2 this happened all the time. Blocking expansions with a burrowed unit or an invisible unit or something. He did this at the 12 o'clock, but Badugi cleared it out, and now he's also got it in effect at the 9 o'clock.
That's right.
And this is just annoying for Protoss to have to deal with, you know?
Yeah, and it looks like he does know about that second mine, too. He's moving the observer with the Dragoons. Oh, but it does go off on that one Dragoon.
Oh, over here?
Yep, over in the 12 o'clock.
I see it. Someone named Porn Star Devour just whispered me.
Same.
What?
Just in time?
Yeah. Is this somebody that we know? I gotta go
I don't know.
/D&D.
I don't know any Porn Star Devourers. As far as I know.
Whoever that is. Dude, your name threw me. This is some foreign boudoir troll trying to get famous on the big stream, you know, with his name.
That's right. Yeah, he's got to devour them porn stars, man.
Devour porn stars. Yeah. I think I heard about that in the last Trump lawsuit or something.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Skirt. Okay. So
this is a politics-free stream over here.
Yeah, 100%. You can't escape it. Anyway, so we got tanks, we got goons. Dude, Badugi's really looking at making an issue of this. He's got a good amount of goons here. Just shy of 2 control group and a half. He's moving forward. He's got a few. Dude, Rem's hiding a couple tanks under that floating barracks, so it's harder to click and target. Yep. Our boy Rem.
Oh, but one tank going down. Kind of moving back into a big tank line, though. He's not going to be able to push through that.
Yep.
And I love the double expand behind this too. So he's going to catch up on the economy side. And look at these Dragoons over on the 6 o'clock or the 3 o'clock rather.
Yeah.
Yeah, just not doing much of anything right now. They're just kind of huddling up.
They're chilling.
They kind of bounce up and down, you know. They're just like, yep.
They're chilling for sure. Yeah, I think both these players are pretty capable. Overall, we're heading to a macro game. This is going to get exciting because it looks like Rem taking the 6 with a nice little depot wall set up here to protect against zealots coming in, or at least force them into crevices and channels while he's got tanks there too. So dude, buckle up for some PvT action.
I'm strapped in, man. I'm ready to go.
Dude, he's getting stasis for his arbiters.
Man.
He's researching stasis, and we have seen some very creative stasis plays in the B team so far. I'm trying to remember which toss did it, but the stasis on the overlords. Do you remember that one that were clumped
my
up?
game, and I should totally remember.
Crane? Was that Crane did that to you? I think it must have been Crane.
I want to say it was, but I don't want to say for certain and get it wrong.
But stasis as an ability, it has a lot of creative applications.
Yeah. That game I got stasis on some ultras, stasis on some overlords. Like, yeah, it was annoying.
Here's Badugi.
Like I said, we don't see many arbiters in ZVP, but yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Here's Badugi moving with some vision here. He kind of sees some units and some signals that 6 o'clock perhaps, or at least the 3 mineral, or the 3rd mineral only could be taken for Terran here. Tries to make an issue of it here. Let's go to the full vision. Some zealots moving up that high ground ramp and hitting some unseen tanks.
Yeah, that's not going to do much over here, and there's not really much in that little hole. Oh, but they're pulling back.
He's pulling back, trying to make an issue here.
Oh,
Just
no way that this works out.
Yeah, there's a lot of in-depth stuff here for Terran, but Zealots are pretty good. Are they going to trade for the right kind of value? I don't think so. They traded for what? There was like a few tanks here, and then 1 or 2 there.
I mean, better than nothing, and they're just minerals right now, which
Yeah.
you know both players could stand to spend some minerals, but
For sure.
I don't know. I feel like it's still an
Whoa,
unbreakable
Mr.
tank
Critical
line.
Sam, Mr.
Well, you know,
Whoa,
I'm not saying I'm better. I'm just saying that there's a lot of money to be spent here.
Well, do you think you're an A team? A nice analysis, bro. Spend your minerals, you know.
Coach, if I'm being honest, but
yeah. Dude, whenever basically it's so funny as a B teamer, you have coaches in your games and they're like, just make more shit, spend your money. That's
like, I know.
Like after you can do that,
it's like I can't do it.
Like that's the frog. God, I just need to practice that, right? So anyway, dude, he's getting recalled. Oh my God, he's getting recall.
Oh, is he gonna try to do the mass recall? The mass recall?
The super total recall?
Yes.
If
so
we
excited.
see that in a CPL match, I'll flip because we've seen some
in
great
a
stuff
B
so
team
far.
CPL match, like yeah, for sure.
Right. I wonder if that's at the back of both players' minds. Badugi obviously knows about it. We talked about it in our general chat, right? Oh,
That's right. Yeah, these minefields are kind of doing almost as much damage to Terran as they are to Protoss. He's lost quite a few vultures to just Terran mines.
Yeah, and you know what? I think he's got the observer sight range. Oh, he had a second one there. I was wondering because he's clearing out those fields. And Rem continuing to set up. He's got now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 factories, 3 machine shops. So he's macroing pretty good. However, Protoss is starting to assemble under the Arbiter.
I mean, look at these supplies. Again, they're like neck and neck for the most part.
They're pretty close considering the trades that just went down. Overall, they're very close. So more Zealot interaction here. Zealots coming up, making space. Observers in the fray too, trying to clear out the mines. There's not a lot of goons here to walk into that siege line, and a couple
he
goons.
gets the Arbiter with the Goliaths too.
Oh
man, that's key.
Boy, Ram, what a play actually. That was pretty sick.
That's our boy, man. That's no one care that.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. But dude, Badugi is taking advantage of sort of the standoff in the middle by taking the top right. He's also getting the natural from the top right and sort of taking over the map, which, you know, economically, if this game goes long enough, sometimes those bases that you're like, oh, I'll throw it on a hatch here, oh, I'll throw it on a CC there.
He's playing like a Zerg.
He's kind of playing like a Zerg, right?
Right?
Like,
Yeah.
those can come in handy when, oh, now my main's mined out, but I transfer all of you to my base, and it's ready to go, etc. So we'll see what happens here. We're going to keep an eye on some Arbiter duty. We got to keep an eye on a lot.
Sniffing something out over in the top right. He's actually sending some stuff right as those probes are being transferred over. He's gonna see.
Oh man! Oh, he sees them. Yeah, the boys. They tried to walk single
the
file.
boys.
Like
no, not the
Jawas.
boys. Oh no. They can't see
to hide their
numbers.
numbers.
That's right.
But they couldn't. Not from the Goliaths, man. Oh, that was pretty good. Oh, the Arbiter's coming up with some Protoss stuff though. He says, I kind of want this base actually.
Well, I mean, he doesn't really have a. Oh, he does have a choice. He can just target down the Arbiter once again. Another Arbiter goes down. Oh man.
Well played. I was like, is he gonna scan? Is his APM elsewhere? And then he just turns and focuses the Arbiter. But
yeah, just kill the thing that's hiding them. That makes sense too.
Still, I don't think that was more of a task force, right? And the task force kind of didn't do what they meant, but they did snipe that Arbiter, which delays some Protoss aggression. And allows him to move some tanks.
For us, and allows him to push out a little bit, which gives him some more map control, you know. And now he knows that he has this base. That was also kind of a scouting force too.
Right,
so
for sure.
If I push in the top right, like I can take out at least the one base. He doesn't even know about the top right.
Yeah, I kind of wish that we'd see some more like turrets built out there in the middle of the map. I know some parts of the terrain are unbuildable.
That's true.
Not a TVP expert, but I usually see some turrets out there to sort of help protect your lines from observer coverage and things like that. I'm wondering what, if any pro high level analysis, can you build turrets on the gray in Circuit Breaker? That'd be great to know.
I'm sure you can. I'm gonna say that and like, no, you totally can. But he does have pretty good turret placement down in that 6 o'clock there too. So he's on it, just not pushing out with them.
He's on it for sure. Ooh, dude. I don't know what's up with this, but there's 2 vessels and a floating science facility at the 6 o'clock. Usually you see those vessels out there helping you to sort of zone observers and use Goliath to pick observers a little bit. Another boy's trying to transfer, but the boys trying to hide their numbers. Single file. They couldn't do it. The vultures caught him. Oh, man. Oh, but he has a vessel with his tank lines over here now. Yeah.
Oh, this is a big Protoss army here in the middle, though. This is actually really scary, I think, for our boy.
Dude, Badugi was maxed out about 30 seconds ago, so he's looking for trades now. He's moving forward with a lot of toss stuff. He's got goons.
Some trades.
Zealots coming into the front, trying to make some space, soak some tank fire for the goon line. The goon line's looking pretty good. More and more stream in here. Now they way outnumber the tanks.
We got more tanks coming in from the north here, but yeah, I don't think it's gonna be enough to hold off all these goons.
No, this is a lot of toss stuff. I don't think he's gonna do it. But a D matrix goes down on that tank, plus 200 HP, but it doesn't matter.
Doesn't even matter. Yeah.
Doesn't matter for that tank.
For poor Rem here.
And this is where like you just lost a bunch of supply, and you're like, oh, I need to make a bunch of stuff because I have 3,000 minerals, and now I can. And we saw like 15 zealots coming out for Badugi. Yep. How many total gateways? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 here. Does he have gateways elsewhere? Yeah, a few in the top right. Oh, a bunch more in the top right. So he's macroing for sure.
Oh yeah.
Looking good.
Oh, look at those zealots evaporate. Oh man, so good.
That was a good shot there. Nice. Whew, a good game so far. They're definitely sparring well. I'm a little concerned about like what's the win condition for Rem.
Especially with those 2 extra bases up from Badugi here.
Yeah, a little rough here. Badugi could rally his gateways up here, like he's macroing from them in the top right, but the units are sort of sitting there. So as a B team caster, my tip to you. If you hit F3 right here, and then F4 a little here, and you hit F3, click a thing, F4, right click, F3, etc. Lather, rinse, repeat. You can macro 2 things, set the rallies, and yeah, man, go look up the Team Liquid wiki. It's all there. You don't need to learn from
all of it.
Yeah, it's all
true.
It's all okay. Yeah.
Oh, and attempted a little bit of a surround from Protoss, but those tanks are just kind of wiping out everything that shows up. Oh man, they're actually just wiping out everything that shows up.
That's a good cluster.
Protoss army is just, look at all the blue. The blue blood is just
goo. Badugi bleeds blue apparently because there's goo all over the floor. Clean this shit up, Protoss. Oh, a long train of boys. Go to the top right. Look at that. Look at the Jawa boys. Okay.
I can't even tell how many there are.
Okay,
They're hitting their numbers.
I think it's dangerous to start memeing on Star Wars, right? Because it's not a 90s movie. And if it's going to be a 90s movie, then we're talking about prequels? Or when did the first prequel come out? Like, I was in like
no idea.
2001 maybe?
Yeah, I want to say early 2000s.
Anyway, it's not a 90s movie, so you got to cut that shit out, man.
That's right.
I'm saying that to myself.
I am not a Star Wars expert by any means.
Yeah, for sure.
We're going to be showing up, especially in a group of StarCraft players.
Right.
By being totally stereotypical.
Yeah. Well, dude, StarCraft is kind of like Star Wars. I mean, it's space battles, and you have different races competing, vying for geopolitical control and.
Political? No, they just try to annihilate each other.
Well, the campaign, the Terran, like the lore. I'm talking about lore. Anyway, dude, workers don't set off mines, so they're not popping those mines. But
is he just clearing up supply? They're both almost max.
Exactly. I think it's a supply clearance here.
Gotcha. Man, what a game.
We've yet to see a recall.
I've been waiting for it.
I don't know if Badugi's Arbiter usage is exactly on point, but he got EMP'd! The vessel EMP'd the Arbiter! Ooh. So he doesn't have any energy now. He can't do what he wants, but the vessel goes down. A lot of toss stuff here, but a lot of mines are popping out. He kind of needs to move this big tank line cluster a little bit forward.
He's a little bit spread thin on the back foot there. With
Badugi's sort of 3 control group structure here, he's kind of abusing the fact that most of Rem tanks are behind that a little bit. And I think getting the upper hand in the fight, we can see that reflected in the supplies, but we also see them macroing their little hearts out. So, oh man.
Let's be honest, they're big hearts. They both got
They
big
got big hearts for sure.
They got big CPL hearts.
I know that Badugi has a big heart because I saw Badugi versus Insomniac on stream.
I missed that.
It was actually, he did a PVT. That was Insomniac's Terran phase, which was great.
Terran phase.
Oh man.
The Terran era of the Insomniac stream.
Yeah, dude, Badugi or Rem has like no gas. He hasn't taken another gas base.
Oh yeah,
And
he's
he has
on
boys there,
1-2 now. Look, he's even got a guy hanging out next to the gas. But we've got a Protoss push going on.
Big army here. He's got that 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A. There's the 4A moving in from the left.
4A, we can see it happening.
But you saw that 4A in real time. Rem's got to get these tanks. So there's a lot of goons. What are the upgrades looking like? 1-1-3 versus 3-3 tanks. That's why we've got this blue goo coming out.
That's right. And this offset
tanks.
structure of these tanks, it's like once you break through one line, there's still another line behind it all the way back to the natural here.
Yeah, staggering your tank lines. Good moves for you know, for a B teamer, you know, pretty good.
For a B teamer, for our B teamer.
Right, my boy Rem. I'm like low key dissing my boy Rem. Yo, he's in the chat too, dude. I'm sorry, man. Oh, I'm sorry, dude.
Man, the supplies have been almost even the entire game.
Yeah.
Like I'm actually super impressed.
Dude, Badugi was making like
matched.
he was making like 17 goons at once, and now he's got some zealots coming. So
I think more zealots is definitely going to help him get up on those tanks and kind of push through here.
We've got that floating barracks coming out here. It's just for some reason it just is so pathetic. I don't know. It doesn't move so slow.
That's the first barracks too, right? Like he's kept that floating around the whole game.
Yeah, used to wall here. Yeah. Reminds me of like a slow driver who you just want them to merge. Just get over. You're so slow, you know. Like, they float. You're just floating into my lane. What are you doing? Oh my god, you didn't even turn signal. Okay, so zealots and goons.
So zealots, yeah, that's actually a pretty accurate analysis there.
Oh, you like that?
There they are.
High level shit. Yeah. Rem's making an issue of the chokes here. We talked about the chokes. These two little bridge chokes are so good to set tanks up here. And now he's established some SCVs over at the 3 o'clock, and he's got the gas going again. So he can start to produce a few more tanks, a few more things that he wants. Oh, man. I'm going to quiz you, Sam.
Uh-oh.
Badugi is researching an interesting upgrade for Arbiter Energy. Do you know what it's called in the lore?
I don't, but I can see it.
It's Kadarin Core.
Kadarin Core, yeah. I mean, I can read it, but like I would never, ever, ever have guessed that.
I wouldn't have either, for sure. But he got another EMP on the zealots here. Look at all those zealots.
At those zealots. They're just hanging out. Yeah.
That is sick, actually. That's a great EMP here. It's kind of like reverse of Plague against Protoss, because Plague cuts their health down.
It's the polar opposite, yeah.
Exactly. That's pretty sick. I'm going to call it right now. I think Rem's got this. I think Badugi...
I love his position, because Badugi's got his production split up between his main and his top right there.
If he doesn't do a recall, this is just too thorough of a setup now. He needs to do a recall. Maybe that's why he's stacking these groups here, dude. He's trying to set up the total recall. Because that looks...
Oh, man.
That's more than what one recall would do. But where's his arbiters? Do you see any arbiters?
I haven't seen an arbiter in a while.
Yeah. Rem continues to advance onto the top right expansion here. The natural's going down. He's got his vultures up in there killing boys. Oh, yikes, man.
Man, just looking at the map, like this position from Rem is just fantastic. Like, I love it.
Yeah, if we take a super macro look at the map, I love how far you can zoom out, by the way.
Yep.
He's got a lot of in-depth setup here. He's got minefields. He's now moving up to the top right.
Protoss is moving in. All those
here comes
mines.
the toss.
All those mines.
Mines are killing a lot of zealots here, and he's got those tanks coming back. What's the toss at? Still only 1-1-3 against 3-3 mech.
And we do have an arbiter out, but it's gotten EMP'd as 0 energy, and it goes down.
I saw it go down. Oh, man. Tough arbiter here. And look at the supplies have swung wildly into Rem's favor. Up 60 on him.
This is the biggest supply
a bunch of bank. Oh, I wish he would have done a recall, but, you know, Rem's got a lot of good turret coverage, too. It'd be difficult. I don't know, man. This is looking a little tough for Badugi.
Oh yeah,
Something's
pushing
got to
tank
give now. Something's got to give.
right. Oh, we got some more boys moving.
Yeah, the Jawas, seeing Jawas hiding their numbers.
Oh, into the tanks.
Oh
no!
Oh
no!
it's
On the
the
go!
splash damage. Oh no!
Oh!
Jeez.
Those tanks at 10, 11, and 2 kills each.
Yeah. A lot of boys went down. That's rough. He's trying to make something happen in the middle, but it continues to get better for Rem and worse for Badugi.
Absolutely. Yeah. 171 to 108 supply now.
You know, it's funny, another D matrix. He didn't even have to really advance toward Badugi's main. He just slowly crept up towards what was a more relevant map area. And there's a GG.
Yeah, slowest push I've ever seen. Like,
yeah.
Just slowly up
he moved
on
out.
the right side of the map, and it was perfect. Yeah. Well done, Rem.
Wow. Game 1 goes to our boy.
That's right.
Well played.
And our team.
And our team. Game 1 to Rem. I added it to the correct player, and I have confirmed. Remember when we were drunk and we were like, dude, why doesn't it copy over? What's wrong? Why can't we type it in the same thing?
It was wrong
paste
copy.
reference versus paste duplicate.
Yeah, that'll do it.
There was even a point where we were like, maybe I should switch to your notepad text file setup, and you're like, yeah, we should do that. No, I'm just dumb, and I was drunk and forgot what I usually do.
Either works, but
they both work. They both work. I was, for being out of our element in person, we did really well. So, just to take a look at the units here, dude, Rem killed 313. He almost produced 420 units, so that would be swag, but close. Or that'd be dang.
That'd be swag too.
That'd be sick. Rem, my advice to you is a high-level analysis. Try to make 420 units on the dot. Dude, you gotta count them as you make them, but that'd be instant GG. So anyway. Okay. Game 2, Rem versus Badugi. Switch the overlay. Boom. And we're in. Oh, that was a smooth transition, dude.
Was it?
Yeah, look at your stream.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see that?
Oh, man. Primo.
That was super primo right there. I'm getting better.
Casting,
like
observing,
I said,
whatever. Yeah.
And also, I think my observing's been pretty on point. This is mostly due to the blood alcohol content in my system.
It being lower, you mean?
It being lower, right, exactly.
Yeah, that tends to help.
I should say the discrepancy. But in the top, in the top right, we've got our boy Rem, aka Swag. And in the bottom, we've got Badugi, the red Protoss. A very regal color for Protoss,
It is a regal Protoss. Those little probes with the little red dot on their forehead, they're just like you.
Yeah, they got stung by the fuck you. Oh no. Oh jeez. That's tough, man. That's tough. Yeah. So here we go. Vic is saying, do they hide the replay timers, lol?
We hide it on stream. We don't hide it for ourselves.
We don't hide it for ourselves. Is that E? No. Is it R? No. Is it W? No. We don't know how to hide it, but you know what? It's okay, because actually the truth is, dude, I don't even really look at it much, right? Like
Alt Y would be the answer.
Alt Y.
Alt Y.
We talked about it. It kind of imbalances the symmetry. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, it does feel a little like.
I kind of need the symmetry in the stream, sort of. Like I'm like the Brood War Wes Anderson over here with my stream symmetry shit.
Yeah.
You like it?
I do.
Yeah. Oh. Badugi? I don't think they crossed each other.
I don't think they saw each other, no.
Badugi did a little cut downward. I think maybe he was hypersensitive of that.
What is going on with this probe, though? That might be why it was hypersensitive. I don't know. Is it just a weird rally?
Standard so far from Terran. It's looking like he's going to factory next. Standard for Terran.
All right, he's pushing in.
All right, I think we freaked out a little bit.
Oh, wait. Maybe not, though.
Yeah.
He did scout Terran, right?
He certainly saw what was building there. Yeah, he did. So now he's walking back.
Okay.
Let's see. He's doing normal stuff too. They're both respecting each other
to
so
look
far.
At what upgrades?
Being upgrades
and buildings. Yeah.
Okay. I'm on it, Rem. I'm on it. Actually, you're on you're on abnormal production tab duty. See something that stands out?
Okay,
Let me
yeah,
know.
my infinite knowledge of TVP build orders.
Yeah,
will
and the
come in very handy here.
icons, like, yo, what's that Kadarin amulet? CC
so
going
he's
down.
building a CC. Yeah. I don't know if that's standard or not. Oh
Yeah.
God.
Sometimes you get the factory first.
Guys here now.
It's looking pretty standard. Oh, I think Rem did the lift thing that plagues me. Okay, B team pro tip. If you try to land a building and then shift click, right click on that building, the barracks will lift itself back up again. Because when you shift clicked it and sent it that right click command, it could receive a move command, which is nonsensical to me because once it goes down, it shouldn't move, but it then moves up. So, yeah, CC before factory though. And
this SCV boy with five. Oh, he goes down.
SCV goes down. Academy's coming up next. Yeah, so racks expand here from Rem, and pretty straightforward stuff. Oh, he did a supply depot block, actually, at Badugi's natural. I think he just got the cancel off right there. So he started, he built it like halfway, and then continued to scout.
I don't know if he really slowed down much. I don't know, but Badugi looks like he maybe threw down an extra gateway to compensate, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, okay, but Rem's got a task squad of buddy system over here. It's two boys going to the left.
These boys
buddy
are doing
system,
something.
I don't know what's up with that. So you keep an eye on the buddy system. I'm moving back to the front where he does have a bunker, right. 2 reens in it. The buddies, you like that?
I do.
Yeah, they're on a dangerous mission behind enemy lines. Dude. Yo, buddy, come with me.
Hey,
check on your buddy. What are they doing?
I don't know. They're mining wood. It's like
smell the roses. I don't know. They're hanging out.
Either.
This isn't Warcraft 3. You can't mine wood. Speaking of Warcraft 3, me and Sam basically did blackout drunk War 3 where I'm trying to teach him.
Dude.
and I'm like,
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. I look back at Sam. I'm like, yeah, so I want to creep here and get my hero to level. Sam? Anyway, so the goons start poking.
Right past the fuck out. Yeah.
Yeah, you were in your comfy chair. When you get in the comfy chair, you're done. Dude, he's getting marine range. Definitely a different upgrade because he went academy. Now he has marine range.
That's right,
so
and not going into the factory stuff quite yet. He's got the machine shop building. God, these two boys.
What are they gonna do? Is this gonna be like some kind of proxy secret racks play with marines? I'm curious what his upgrades are. He's getting stim, so he's got some kind of coordinated build that's going to use bio against the toss expand. And I'm curious, man. I'm curious to see marine range, and he's also getting infantry weapons. So
yeah. Oh, one of the buddy system is moving.
Oh,
Circle.
Buddy system.
There we got barracks.
You dastardly.
Proxy T-Rex at like, what, 6 minutes?
6 minute proxy racks. That's
with a +1 range upgrade. I like this.
Yeah, in like another minute and a half, he'll have a couple Marines out from this location here, which kind of aids his whatever push he wants to make. Badugi has no idea what's going on behind the enemy lines here.
Yeah, why would he scout over there? There's no reason. And he did Rem delayed that natural from Badugi too, so he knows that it's a little bit late on getting defenses up. Yep. He knows that this Dragoon pressure has been up, so he's been spending money on out of those gates. Yeah, this is actually pretty smart play here from Rem.
Definitely going to be the +1 upgrades timing. This is kind of like ZV or TVZ. You prioritize that bio +1, and that's when you have a power spike with your Marines here. So.
Ironically, yeah, Badugi was playing like a Zerg last game, and now Rem's playing like he's playing a Zerg this game. Yeah.
And he's adding on 2 more quad proxy from our boy Rem. An absolute beat. Where's observers? Observatory's making? Observatory's making. Once that observer gets over to Terran's base without turrets and nothing there, like the gig will be up. It'll be like, you have 1 factory, that's it, and your barracks is lifted. Like, what are you doing with all this money? And then, Badugi's about to scout it. Badugi scouts it.
Oh, it's scouted. Oh no!
Oh, jeez. Badugi scouts it. All of the gig is up. What a valuable boy. He's moving all his goons back. He's just like, you could just imagine the look on Badugi's face. Just like, you what?
Are you kidding?
Quad proxy back here? Like, it's
In
ridiculous.
a CPL match?
In
yeah,
the
these
CPL
poor
B team?
Marines
Oh, these Marines are
not
so...
gonna-
They're not long for this world.
They're marching into war here. He's going for it.
It's like, I don't know what to do. Oh, jeez.
Next one is like walking around the dragoons.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, this is it's not looking good.
Excuse me, sorry, jeez. Oh, man.
Let me just squeeze right by you here.
Yeah, I sneak right past you. Oh, man. So that sucks, and that does not bode well for Rem, who has not developed factories. He's trying to build another one.
Yes. Panic extra factory.
Yeah. There's that observer I mentioned that's finally gonna like unravel the mystery. Like, well, if that was over there,
it's been thoroughly unraveled at this point. I think.
yeah, I think so, dude.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
like
man.
looking through, like, okay, you got nothing. Yeah, just move these dragoons, and I think that's
Yeah.
gonna be a little bit too rough.
You know, I think it could have had some success if he proxied him in not this third expansion, you know, for Protoss. Like, if they were a little bit up there, it probably wouldn't have been scouted. But
That's true. Yeah, that's a good point.
Badugi has that diligence to sort of send a unit, you know, the philosophy, just I'm going to put a unit in all the bases, like
That's
a Zergling
right.
in all the bases, etc. Let me go check over there. And what it uncovered, you know, you'd have
So
to see
worth
to
it.
believe. That's the clickbait.
That's
the
right.
clickbait title. Oh, he's moving in with all the goons. Picking off
blocking
tanks.
with these SCVs is actually
Flashes
really
of
cool.
snow in Flash vs. Snow.
Oh my god.
You like
oh
it?
my god, that was great.
That was pretty good. He's picking off more tanks, man.
Actually, yeah, pretty good defense here from Rem.
I think he's about to die.
But,
Yeah.
all things considered, a pretty good
Right.
defense. But yeah, I don't know.
Right.
If yeah.
Oh,
As
jeez.
much as he's trying to repair that tank.
GG.
Yeah, it's a
GG.
GG.
Yeah.
Man, great game too. I love the. As much as I would want people to just play fucking standard,
Right.
you know, I love that he's
So
taking
no one
risks
plays legit,
in his
like-
CPL games.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. So 1-1. 1-1 in this TVP.
1-1. What a series to start out on. I'm
That was cool.
yeah, I'm loving it.
All right. So Rem, the Red Terran on the left, our boy, going into Game 3 against Badugi, the Trout Terran. I mean, the Trout Toss over on the
Trout
right-hand
toss.
side.
Yeah.
Crossing field. This map can lead to some shenanigans. Can definitely
I've
lead to
seen
some
a lot of
debauchery.
great games on this map in the CPL.
You know, it seems like more adept players hate it for the weird nature of that back base, and I'm gonna go back again and reveal the entire map. As we've talked about before, your main has a back base, which you can, in many cases, take freely, and then you also have a natural in the front. So, basically, hatch first or CC first builds aren't as dangerous as they might be, and fast forwarding about 10 minutes, we get to 3-base meta against 3-base meta also more easily. So,
overlay.
I screwed it up. Oh,
Oh man! Oh, this is B team level cast, man. This is C team level cast with the over. We're talking about a game that nobody
no.
can
This is
see.
not even C+.
We don't even have like.
Oh, I'm
the
so
little-
sorry. You know what? I'm gonna chug my beer because I deserve that one. Okay, so
Yeah.
take over from here, man. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
Oh,
well, you totally deserve that one.
I deserve that one. All right, Chuck.
But yeah, like you're saying, you get that free third almost, or you know, as long as you expand outward for your natural, you can just expand back for the third, or you can go down south or north, you know, if you're left or right respectively, to get the fourth or third there, and then get a free fourth. So it leads to a lot of cool macro games. In addition, you have a huge rush distance with 2 little high ground
dude, the
kind of
rush.
points along the way. So like defense is easier, offense is harder. And macro is just easier across the board. So
Yeah.
like I said, I've seen only awesome games on this map, including the ones I've played, if I can be so bold.
For sure. I'm with you. You know, this ramp concept, the high ground stuff in the middle, makes a lot of things work, and some unit compositions work surprisingly well that you don't see on flat ground. You know.
and it slows down the pushes. You know, it speeds up the defense. Yeah, I just like it a lot. I'm actually a big fan of this map. I haven't quite figured it out myself as how to play it in each matchup. I'm still kind of floundering a little bit, but I do quite enjoy it. I would love to see it in the ladder pool, but
yeah,
that's another thing.
That's another thing. So, you know, for us, we talking about the high ground. Dude, I just choked a beer.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
So the high ground, I could imagine tanks, like tank lines, mines, those things working very well in this
Absolutely.
high ground structure for sure. I gotta mention, it's our friend Edward Anus Hands. What is it like being a bachelor? Pretty cool. Married life's gonna be pretty cool too.
Yeah, you'd hope so.
I know what you're doing. I know your schemes. Actually, you know what? If Cheryl was tuned in, I better watch what I say. Oh, jeez. Wifey's not tuned in tonight, I don't think.
You didn't think last time either.
Oh, that's true. Oh my God, if she actually showed up right now, I would flip. Oh, okay, moving on. So, what's going on? Any back bases? No? Rem's doing the low ground here. He's got the 1 racks expand and now factory, so that's pretty straightforward. He's got 2 guys off gas. He's going to put guys back on. He's had another one on. As the moment that I said it, the moment that I said it.
What analysis. This is some next level analysis over
The
here.
moment. Okay, I'll just be honest. I've gotten a little bit lucky, but still, I think I'm on point.
This SCV up in the top right. I don't know. He looks like he might be up to no good, especially after last game.
Up to no good. Our boy Rem up to no good. You know, you can, as I've learned in the Brood War community, it's very easy to sully your reputation, you know? So I would exercise caution, Rem, here. But I think Rem, as we saw, he's a straightforward macro player out of the gate. We saw a great game 1, and now they're in game 3.
That's right. Yeah. A failed rush in game 2 and a successful macro in game 1. And yeah, we're gonna see where he decides to go from here.
This little little ramp type thing, I find that I get scouted through this all the time. He sneaks it back in, kind of like when he feels that the goons would be moving out towards him.
Mm-hmm.
He can probably get another scout off here. Yep, moving up the ramp.
And there he goes. Yeah, he's actually gonna probably be able to see that back base. Oh no, that dragoon.
There's a
could
goon
totally
there,
pick him
and
off.
with 1 shot, 2 shots.
2 shots.
2 shots.
1, 2. There it goes.
There it goes. And Goon's actually doing a little bit of an awkward movement at Rem's front here, taking a lot of fire from the bunker, but of course Protoss is bullshit, so those shields will regenerate. No problem.
Of course, Protoss is bullshit. It's just a foregone conclusion at this point. We're not even debating it anymore.
Of course.
Stream.
Yeah. Naturally, no problem. Yeah. Good times though. Good times here in the CPL. Dude, casting is so much fun. Isn't
really
this a
is.
joy? It really, I just love to be able to share this game that I love with other people. It's crazy. It's almost like I wish I had been more engaged in some community efforts way long ago. I didn't really know about the scene other than the big names, Day 9 and stuff like that, before C2 came out, and then I went hard back into it, and then Remastered came out, hard back into Brood War. So thanks for being here, Sam.
Hey, I'm happy to be here. Yeah, like you said, I never really got too into it. SC2 was my first kind of foray into StarCraft in general.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we got Dragoons pushing though.
Yeah.
Oh, are they going to push into this tank and bunker combo?
Flashes of snow.
No way.
In Flash versus
boom.
snow.
Oh my god.
Oh, dude,
you can't reuse it.
Okay, I'm sorry. I can't reuse it.
Good.
Dude, I got the patent on that shit. I invented the phrase.
Okay.
So I
reuse it if
can.
you-
No, I'm playing. I would, I'm trying to think of a Jurassic Park reference. But it's like reusing dinosaur DNA or some old DNA. Anyway, so the observer's moving out.
Frog DNA. Reusing the frog DNA to make dinosaurs.
It was frog DNA?
Wasn't it? Wasn't that the whole thing?
The guy who's explaining like the whole process in that like weird little theater thing, that's David Attenborough's brother, Richard Attenborough. David, known for narrating and producing the Planet Earth stuff on BBC.
That's right. Yeah.
But I don't remember if it was a frog. I remember it was a Goofy movie where they had like the DNA chromosome guy was like
Yeah,
a
like,
mascot.
hey guys,
Hello.
I'm a DNA man.
This is
Yeah.
how we're gonna make dinosaurs. You're gonna
I'm pretty sure it was
love it.
frogs. I'm pretty sure it was frogs.
Okay, I think you might be
to fill
right.
in the missing strands of the DNA that they couldn't get from the
Yeah.
mosquitoes in the sap or whatever.
Right, in the amber, yeah.
Amber, that's the
Yeah,
one.
for sure. Mosquito blood. I'm sure someone can help fill this. So two engineering base here. We've got the call out for Rem with the double eBay. Kappa, is it one for walling? Is this like is this a SimCity eBay here? Maybe so, because of the way that the ramp could go, right? Like to stop a zealot run by it. No, he's lifting it up. Okay,
He's just
well, you know
flying
what,
it.
Rem? You know what?
He's playing both of them out.
Dude, I'm trying to do high-level analysis here, and you're really getting in the way.
I mean, they're just scouting vehicles, right? It looks like he's
Yeah.
floating both of them out.
Yeah.
Like he's not
Very
doing
slow
anything with
merging,
either of them.
slow merging scouting vehicles.
Yeah, it's like overlords. He's just jealous of our Zerg.
That's true, man. That's true. But Badugi on 3 bases, so he's taking use of that back base, which I observed, didn't talk about because I was on some other shit, but he's got the 3 bases up now. So probably in a few minutes we're going to start to see the dividends pay off here with that investment now in the natural as well, and gateways
Yeah, we're
going
up to
down.
6 gates, it looks like.
He's going to go
but
for more.
Ultra by once again.
I
Oh,
see that.
man.
The volts coming through, killing a lot of boys. Like it's almost like it's worth it just because they take so many shots to kill, and in that time they can pick off so many workers. Poor probes. This guy comes back to his main mineral line like, guys, I just saw some shit. Do not go out there. You know, like
Fresh off the battlefield there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
But they
whole-
don't even listen. They all like conga line back out.
Dude, it's like the horror movie where the one guy like has the first encounter, comes back to the cabin and shuts the door like, don't go out there, guys. It's
And then they all
so
like
crazy.
go out right
They're
away.
all like, but we better investigate.
Yeah,
Let's go
exactly.
one by one. Yeah. Anyway, so I like the tank setup here. More factories coming too. He's upgrading vehicle weapons. Getting a starport as well. You know, pretty good stuff. I think Rem is a solitaire. We see a lot of good solitaire fundamentals in Rem, like base structure, his unit control, setup and positioning. I think that these players are evenly matched, and it looks like we're in for a longer game 3, you know?
Yeah, it does, and I love the mines on the high ground here. We got the observer kind of scouting it out a little bit too, but like yeah, it's like you said, just kind of solid play all around. Taking that third as well, so we're gonna match up bases here pretty soon. There's not gonna be too much of a fluctuation one way or another as far as who's mining what. All these dragoons, they've had enough. They've had enough of these mines.
Had enough. Good move from Badugi, but another vulture run by.
Vulture run by. It was all a trap.
It was a trap, but there's a zealot in the line saying, stop, stop, hey, stop, come here, stop. But they're just, he's microing them pretty well. A few kills on each of them now.
That one boy, he said, "Don't go out there.
Yeah,
It's not
they
good."
come back like, yo, it is real. It's scary out there.
I told you.
Yeah. What?
We got Freddy out there.
Yeah, Chad was telling the truth, guys. Look out! Oh
Chad
God,
the probe.
yeah. Chad the
He
pro.
tried to warn us.
All the way back.
And these vultures actually made a lot
Oh.
there,
So-
getting all the way back to the third.
Could that be the first time that Rem actually like has pieced it together that he's behind, or he's got the third base?
I didn't see any scans. There might have been a scan, but as far as I'm sure he assumed.
He
but-
could have assumed, yeah. But he's got his own up too. We can see his Jawas moving over here in a single file line up to the top.
We've
B
also
team
got
pro tip.
fourth base going down too in the 6 o'clock ish, 5 o'clock, whatever you want to call it.
Nice.
Weird on
Good
the
scout.
rectangle, but yeah.
If I may interject with the B team pro tip.
Please, I want the pro tips.
When you are transferring workers, it's very good to split them ahead of time so that you don't have this weird cluster stack waiting to mine at one mineral. Even 2 per patch is a good amount if you're transferring a lot. What I have seen Flash do is F2, grab 2, F3, send 2. F2, grab 3,
Well, that's
whatever
just
send
ridiculous.
to back and forth.
Is that faster, you think, than like
For
shift clicking
Flash,
two of them
because
off?
his
Well,
his vision is better and
Yeah.
his boxing is accurate, so he's not going to get more than 2 when he wants to, and he's going to click to the next mineral. But for SB teamers, you could always grab a whole group and then move them to one, and then use the unit box to what's called clone the workers and separate them across the patches as you transfer.
Yeah. Yeah, I usually just grab a control group, send them over, shift click off 2, send them to a different patch, shift click off 2, send them to a different patch over and over and over again until I get some kind of spread.
Yeah, so maybe try the double camera hotkey transfer. You know, he did
I
2
like
and then
that
transfer,
for,
2 and then
rally.
transfer, and then 2 and then transfer. I watched a lot of Flash stream, actually. It was just pretty sick. Which is how I even know sort of what's going on in a PvT or a TV.
You were prepping.
Yeah, I want to learn Terran more seriously. In fact,
That's right.
I might have to hit up my boy Rogi and be like, "Yo, can you teach me? Yeah,
Teach me your ways.
yeah."
Yeah.
Like, there's some players now in the C. Oh, some more vultures.
Man,
There's
these
cannon.
vultures. He's learned.
Canada.
They finally trusted Chad. They were like, dude, Chad, you were right. This
Yeah,
is some
Chad.
shit
Well,
out here.
Chad died because the first one always ends up dying.
That's
Well,
true.
wait, is Chad black? Okay, so maybe Chad was the second one to die. But
yeah.
I wonder, can you tell looking at a probe if it's black or not? I don't know.
I don't even want to go down that road.
Okay,
dude.
skirt, sorry.
Skirt.
It's a horror movie trope, okay? I'm not.
That's right. No, I feel you.
Yeah.
I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Don't want to speculate to the race of the individual probes involved here.
Anyway.
Oh, Jesus.
Jesus Christ. What have we done, Sam? What have we done?
I don't know.
High level cast. So what I was gonna say is some CPL players are now are submitting to our coaches for lineups specific race picking, like or matchup race picking. So I play TVZ, TVP, and ZVT. Or
That's
something like that.
interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I actually reached
That's
a point
cool.
where I kind of might like to play TVZ a little more than ZVZ. I did some practice matches against Boba. Shoutouts to Boba Life and Team Supply Block. But I did a TVZ, and I remembered how fun vessels are. Poor Boba, dude. I put down like maybe 50 irradiates across the whole game and like 5 erasers. Like it was crazy. I felt. Shoutouts to Boba though. He's a good guy.
Yeah, he's just fallen.
We saw him lose to
victim
Rem.
the vessels.
He lost
right.
to Rem last
That's
week.
right. Yeah, that was last week.
And remember when we were talking about lurkers and mutas? His mutas were so much better. He told me later he's way better at mutas than lurkers. So anyway,
Makes sense.
that's just part of that CPL community, man. We get to cast, we get to chat with each other. It's really fun. So
I get to know the play styles of
thanks for
different
tuning
people
in,
out there.
guys. Epic Game 3 TVP right now. Both players are kind of starting to wedge their way towards this contentious middle ground, which looks like an insane minefield for Rem.
I mean, look at the red on the map right now. Like, it's just, again, that slow push across the map kind of thing that he did in game 1. He's just kind of revisiting that. So many mines, so many vultures. It's insane. Like, these zealots are not leaving where they're at. There's just no way.
Oh yeah, no. Now there's
They
there's
could go
just no
dead
way they get out alive. Yeah.
No, they're dead.
Good moves. Oh my god, and the base structure looks really pretty actually. Look at all the depots.
It really does.
And look at all those factories. None of them block each other. The tanks can get out, etc., etc. So this is what I meant by Terran fundamentals, and this is actually great because we saw Rem in some of our early matches, and he's really coming out. You know, it looks like he's improved a lot week over week and is putting on some good games for us. They're both maxed out. This is a great game.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, these zealots moving out here. We said they wouldn't get out. Let's see if they do.
Oh. Actually, they found a little bit of a crevice here that they could kind of sneak through without too much mine coverage and maybe do assist with a flank, but no.
Yeah.
Oh, that triple pop there.
Oh, and a push up at the front too with some Dragoon Zealots. Oh, but more mines just going
See
down. Mines and vultures and oh my god.
So many mines. You know, this is a really tough way that the high ground naturally siphons units, funnels them towards there. Was not advantageous for Badugi at all.
Yeah.
I actually am not sure. I think he needs recall. I think he needs to go. Dude, look at Badugi's main. This is his plan. This is his plan. The carrier, and that can clear a freaking minefield and a bunch of tanks. I'll tell you, carrier switching is pretty good. Someone said in our pregame chat that carriers are good on this map. And here we say, oh, they're moving out. Oh man.
I was wondering where all Badugi's, you know, you said they were both maxed out. I'm thinking, like, there's not a lot of gateway units.
Not a lot of supply here, yeah, but he's got a lot of carriers behind the scenes.
A lot of carriers and 2 more making on top of the, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He has 3 more making on top of the 5. He's got 8.
Yeah. A lot of carriers coming out. He's getting air armor as well. So, like, what we thought was, like, oh, those zealots are just going to die. Could be a mixed blessing for Badugi, who is really carrier switching so hard right now. And I don't think Rem has any idea. Does he have energies for scans? Is he he's scanning sort of
scanning something? I don't know if he's scanned.
I think it was in the middle, hunting for observers. But Rem has no clue about this quite yet. Now, the carrier switch from Terran is usually potent when you have a few of them that come out, like at least 3 or 4, and Terran has no idea. Not a lot of Goliaths.
Especially, yeah, with the lack of Goliaths that he's got right now. It's mostly tanks and vultures.
He is making 7 Goliaths now, so as the supply sort of frees up from Terran to squeeze in some different units here, he's making Goliaths right now.
Go. They're on the move.
The carriers are going in. Let's switch to Rem Vision for that stomach drop here.
I wouldn't be surprised if he scanned it since he switched to Goliaths.
He might have. There it is.
Oh,
and carriers appear.
Stomach drop moment.
The stomach drop.
EMP.
He EMP'd?
No,
I heard a D matrix. I think I heard a D matrix on the tank.
D matrix that I was listening to.
So a lot of interceptors.
God, look at the interceptors. They're just like covering. It's just a cloud of interceptors underneath, or on top of all of the Terran. Oh my God.
Yeah,
they're not actually doing as much as I thought they might.
This is kind of where the upgrades discrepancy can come into play because Terran's been upgrading his mech all along. Air upgrades are not yet in effect. Air armor's not done yet for Badugi. Maybe this was a premature reveal, feeling the pressure from Ren's push, but he felt like he had to do something. And I don't know if these carriers are going to cut it because here's that influx of Goliaths that we pointed out.
That's the ones, yeah, and a D matrix on one of them too.
Oh,
targeting the carriers. There goes 1. He's only got 3 left after making 9 when he moved out.
He really needs to do something else here to assist them. And Zealots come in here, but it's just such a mech setup. Wow, this is looking bad for Badugi now. I don't know what he's gonna conjure out of this situation. Some gateway units trickling down.
He's ahead on bases too, so if he doesn't die here, he could feasibly come back and push back the Terran. But man. Just again, look at the minefield that is map right now. Like, how do you push across that?
You know, chat's pointing out he didn't micro the carriers very well, and I kind of would agree that he did have some high ground area that he could have abused a little bit and used the leash range, and you know, 8-click to single target and then move your carriers back and stuff.
Yeah, just 8-click and letting them target their own stuff. It's not ideal, and look at how many Goliaths now.
Yeah,
like,
you should
carriers
not.
are not going to do anything.
You're right. You cannot just move carriers and think that they're going to win. If you want to learn more about high-level carrier micro, there are resources out there. GG.
GG.
GG from Badugi. So our boy Rem takes it.
GG. No one care that. Going away with the win.
We don't have to finish our beers? Oh my God.
We're not doing that, right?
No, we're not. No, it's all good.
I've been on one the whole series.
I gotta go to work tomorrow and shit. Good units killed, but what I was saying was day 9's Let's Learn StarCraft talked a lot about carrier intricacies and the nuance of microing carriers, and so it would be a good place that I would direct anybody to if they want to learn more about that. Any Protoss players out there, but we got to give a point to our boy Rem. That's 2-1. No one cares that.
Coming through with the win. That's right.
Can we do a sort of fist bump through the webcam? You need to bump
let's
to your
see.
left and bump.
Bump.
Hey.
Oh, how'd it go?
It actually looked pretty good. It wasn't so